Good afternoon and welcome to another stream. These books are heavy. I have a few things that I'm going to be working on today. I have 4 comic books to do, so I actually prepared some of them in advance. So what I did is I just filled the area with white in the shape of the face or character that I'm planning to do. So I have a few of those ready. This one, of course, is blank because it's on the actual blank paper. But it takes time for the acrylic paint pens. So I use these guys, the Molotow One for All acrylic paint pens. So I filled those in already so we don't have to wait for them to dry. And I'll explain my reasoning for doing them like this. And then I have these Lady Death Masterpieces books. They are massive. And I got some as comps. So comps are complimentary books that are given to me by the publisher, and I'm doing some sketches in them. So I've got a few fun things that I'm going to be working on this weekend, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm just going to get right to work. Hello, River Dragon. Welcome to the stream today. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. All right, so I have my markers that I usually use. I have some Molotow pens, some Sharpie markers, and a thin pencil for any basic shape and shapes for the face and all of that, and then my trusty erasers. So these are the tools that I'm going to be using today. Hello, Provoked Karma. Welcome. Okay, so I'm going to plug in my phone or it's going to run out of batteries. Jason, hello! I'm so glad you could make it today. And Hope, hello to you too. Welcome to today's stream. All right, so I'm going to get started with Catwoman today because that's what I feel like doing. And just let me get, here we go. I've got my little board. Now it does have a bunch of ink and paint stains on it, but they are very stuck to the paper. So the board itself, I don't consider it dirty. It just has art stuff on it. So I'm gonna be working on Catwoman first and then moving on to some of the other ones. Snow, hello. Welcome to the stream today. Hey, Christina. All right, so what I'm doing with these, which is super fun, is I received comps of the Detective Comics books and the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy ones. These ones were complimentary books that were given to me by Comics Elite, so the store that published or the exclusive was for. So they gave me some copies, and I'm super grateful to them. So I have actually quite a fair few of books myself. And I'm going to be sending a bunch of them to my website so that I actually finally have comic books on dawnmctague.com. So it's going to be awesome. I'm so excited that I'm finally going to have comic books up there for sale. So I've got a bunch that I've signed and everything is ready, but for funsies, I'm gonna put one remark in the pile of every book that I'm sending. So I have a trade dress and a virgin, for instance. So I have these two, and then I have some of the A and the B covers for the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. So these are gonna be hidden in my stock at the warehouse. And so some random lucky person is going to win a free remark. Now guys, I put a lot of time and effort into the remarks that I do. These ones cost $200. So you're getting a free $200 remark, or someone is. And so it's going to be fun to add those onto the website. And that was Dan's idea. So if whoever wins it, they know that they can give Dan the credit for this particular live stream and this particular prize. So it's not anything that has to do with the contest, even though I'm trying to get these to the website to be running in November for the Christmas Commission contest. So we are getting ready. This weekend we have spent a ton of time preparing for the commission contest because it starts on Friday this coming week. Whoop whoop! Lady Lizzie, Big Jake, and Rose Love. Oh, and Keenan and Lee. Thank you all so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. So I can imagine that some of you have heard part of what I was saying, but I'm doing 4 remarks today, and they are going to be hidden in the books that I am soon going to have on my website. So one lucky person for each type of book, be it the book with the trade dress, the Virgin cover, or the A or the B of the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivies, there are going to be free fun goodies inside for you. So I'm just going to get right to it because I'm trying to finish up 4 remarks, and hopefully, I don't know if I'll have enough time. I will be working on my Lady Death Masterpieces comps. So these are in their own box. They are so fancy. So these are by Coffin Comics. Sorry that you guys can see my light right there. So yeah, these ones are going to be, I don't think I'm going to have these on my website because they are very, very heavy. So they come in their own box, and then these are the books themselves, and I'm going to be doing some sketches of Lady Death on the end sheet. So I did some rough sketches on them already, so I kind of have an idea, and then I'm going to be using acrylic white paint to do her hair, and I'm just going to go artsy on these, and it's going to be so fun. But this is what the books are like. So the reason why I got some complimentary books, even though I did not do the cover, that is by Mike Chrome, I have some pages inside. I don't know where they are exactly, but I have a fair few pages and drawings inside that are covers I worked on for Lady Death. And so I've got a few complimentary copies. Oh yeah, so here we go. Here's a cover I did. And I did this with you guys on a live stream almost a year ago now. Man, time flies. So anyway, because I have some pages in the book, I get complimentary books from Coffin Comics, and they are so cool with their complimentary copies. They give us all books and comic books and prints that we are allowed then to have, and you know, if we want to draw more on it and sell them or whatever we want to do, we get to keep some books. So I'm using my copies, and I'm going to be putting some sketches inside. So right now I have 6 books. I have more coming to me later, but because of the weight and the size of these books, they're sending them in increments. So right now I have 6. And I did 4 pencil sketches yesterday, and I will hopefully get some time to do some of the paint that I want to do on these because it's going to be fun. But these are heavy, heavy, big books. Chicken Heat, Philip. Oh, you remember that one, Lee? Yay! Kinney Kako, welcome to the stream. Yes, talk to the Forest Lord. All right, so first up is a Catwoman. So the way that I do my remarks, and everybody has their own way that works best for them. For me, the thing that bothers me about remarks is that if you sketch, and I've done this myself many times where I'll just, you know, do a Sharpie marker, for instance, and sketch over the art. I have a hard time seeing the face or whatever it was that I sketched unless it's filled in, you know? It's not really clear because it's meshing in with whatever is drawn underneath. So what I do right now, at least, I may change my methods soon, who knows, is I'm using acrylic paint pen, and I just fill in the spot for the skin. I feel that it helps the character stand out a little bit more from the book background, and then it's kind of a remark / art sticker on the book. And that's just what I'm doing right now. It's what I've found works for me. So the way that I do that is I do a quick erase over the slick cover on the book. So the books themselves are very slick, especially these ones. They're super shiny, and that shiny coat is very hard to draw on. So I use my eraser and I erase where I plan to draw a little bit. Nothing comes up except it just gets rid of some of that slick look. It doesn't affect the art. It doesn't affect the printing on the book. So you can't even really see the eraser marks, but I guess it just gives something for the pencil to stick to. So I use an 8B. This is a very soft lead. And I just do a quick sketch outline of what it is I'm planning to do. I don't sketch in the character's face or anything. It's just the shape and size of the head, the direction and tilt of the head, stuff like that. And then I just fill that in with white. So all I've done right now, is all I've done right now is just filling in the face shape. Yeah, some people spell it with remarks as if it was like I've made a remark about something. And then I think the technical proper way is like that. So because this isn't a just chatting stream, I put the remarks the proper way to spell it. Big Jake, thank you so much for the follow. All right, so I try to keep the amount of lines that I actually put on the character in this white part as minimal as possible, because erasing my lines off of acrylic is very difficult. So I'm really cautious on how many lines I do, and I try to keep it to a minimum. Coffee. I don't want anyone to be like, Dawn's drinking. And my afternoon coffee of choice is milk and instant coffee, and mixed with, I put like stevia in it. All right, so I'm just getting my colored pencils in case there's any spots where I can add like some eyeshadow or some blush or something like that, just so that there's a little bit of tone. I like giving makeup to the girls in the books that I draw. It's fun for me, so that's what I'm gonna do if I can. So not fancy at all for the coffee. True story, not fancy at all. I really love flavored coffee, but I've had a hard time finding it here in Canada. When I went to New York Comic Con, I actually bought some flavored coffee, but I haven't been able to find any. Oh, thank you so much, Big Jake. Have a great week starting tomorrow. I'm a person that the week starts on Monday. It does not start on Sunday. Sunday is from last week. It's yesterday's Ducky. If you haven't seen VeggieTales, you won't get what I'm saying. But now Monday is when the beginning of the week is. Big Jake, you met me at BrandCon. Oh no. That bought all my books. Oh, thank you so much, Big Jake. I really appreciate that. And thank you for joining me here on Twitch. You're a sweetheart. And thank you for your support. No snow. I forbid you. I will do an Empress decree. I have enough presents from you to last me a lifetime. You got me so many amazing art supplies, and I am so grateful to you, and already feel a little in your debt. So let's like not pile on the debt for Dawn. I did just reference VeggieTales. I have 3 kids. I have seen them all. But oh my God, yesterday's Ducky is so appropriate for so many things. And I figured that like nobody else gets it, you know? But it's like so many things are yesterday's Ducky. Oh shit. Oh well. No other English. Nice. Snow, Chrome and Sabine asked me to tell you, gosh, I was supposed to write you ages ago. They are so grateful for the rulers and for the erasers. They loved them and they said to thank you so much. Devin, hello. Oh, yay. So you get it, Chicken Heat. I love it. Okay. I need to draw Catwoman's face. Shit. Oh, they were so happy, Snow. Okay, so I'm going to try to be as light as possible. Light as a feather. But I found that if I don't do the lines... I do definitely tend to get the eyes a little bit off, even if it's just, I can get the center of the eyes perfectly correct, but then what happens is one eye is a little bit more upturned than the other, and it drives me crazy, so I need to do better. Well, I love that you get it about yesterday's Ducky. Half your stack is gone already. Oh my God, and it's so amazing of you to, it's so amazing that you did that you got extra and lugged them back for other people to buy because they are the best rulers. Like this one has changed my life. I use it a ton, honestly, for like measuring the faces too, because you know, there's the extra lines inside and then there's these that actually align correctly, whereas a lot of rulers, it'll be inches on one side, centimeters on the other, and nothing aligns. Whereas this one, there's a straight line going right through the face. I can make sure that the width of the face is even, which it is, thank God. And then I can make sure that I've got the eyes in the right line, and it's changed my life. I love this ruler. And then the other one is just a little longer, so I don't grab it as much, but it's got the exact same concept where you can get the lines. This grid on the ruler is the best thing in the world. Yeah, I'm sorry, Am Swafford. We've tried to figure out what it is with the Echo, and we have no idea, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it for right now. I'm so sorry. Lady Lizzie, it depends if I get asked to do that for a commission, because I really only draw, I don't have time to just pick it up and draw sort of whatever I want to draw. Everything is commission based or the comic books that I work on, and I have not worked for Marvel yet. I've done work for DC, but not Marvel, so I apologize for that. Ultramagnetic. These are rulers. Snow des Marais, is that how you say it? Is the one who bought these for me in Japan. So I don't know where to tell you to get them here, US side. I apologize. More or less. Yeah, I really, I don't speak French. I didn't grow up in Canada, so I never learned how to read French, so it's all just a giant guess. Okay. I'll keep working while Snow answers the question. Thank you guys. That's so kind of you. And you know what? Lady Lizzie, I am doing a commission contest in November. So if you subscribe to my email list, you'll find out about it. And then if your brother wins the contest, he can commission me to draw that character. And I give away a couple commissions for free. So what I'll do, Mr. E, Mr. E, you just showed up and straight up were there. I love it. Thank you so much and welcome to the stream. All right. So I've just been yapping and not drawing. But let's get her eyes done at least. And I'd like to give her like a fun, happy little smirk. So we'll see if I can pull that off.
I think the echo is because Twitch is playing on here, and usually we're playing the music, but we're not have that on.
Oh, I have the music on now.
But now Twitch is muted, so.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it was a little bit behind. I'm listening to it, trying to figure it out. I think that's what it is.
Oh!
That should be better.
People heard you. They're like, Dan! All right, Dan.
I'm gonna go down and keep listening.
Dan has been downstairs on one of our other computers, and he's been trying to listen and figure out what it is that's causing the echo. So whoever commented a few minutes ago that there was an echo, Dan's working on it. So he just came up and fixed something, and he's going to see if it's fixed. Oh, you are awesome, Lady Lizzie. Oh, Philip, you're great. You're not hearing any echo today? Well, that's good. Still echo surround sound effect. Okay, so we're still working on it, and hopefully we can fix it. It's a really weird one. Yeah, so Dan's on Twitch downstairs. All right. And you're subscribed. Yes, Dan is quality control. Hey, Stone Curva. There will be more Waffle Man for who anyone joins the Twitch stream that's happening December 1st when we announce the winners of the commission contest. Dan has been thoroughly warned that he is expected by all to show up and draw some more Waffle Man. Oh, you know, it is. My room is not soundproofed. I'm kind of like, Twitch is one of those things where I turn on the camera if I'm drawing. I don't have a huge fancy Twitch setup by any means. I just got some lights and some webcams and we're going. And then I've been saving all the Waffle Mans that Dan's done over the last couple streams, and so I will, we may raffle those off for anyone who wants them. All right, I'm just gonna try to make sure that I've got the eyes aligned correctly, so just give me a second, everybody.
Yeah, it's fixed.
It's fixed?
Yeah. It's not echoing like it was.
It's not echoing like it was. Okay.
So you just need to turn off.
I need to make sure that Twitch is muted.
Yeah.
All right.
I think so.
Okay. Okay, yeah, Lady Lizzie says she heard an echo before, but now she doesn't.
Yeah, it's
all right, so Dan figured it out. It's that I had Twitch running on my computer. Yeah, so I muted Twitch and everything's fine, even though I don't have my headphones on or anything like that. You don't hear it anymore. Success, Dan, for the win! Yay! No more echo. So I need to, guys, if you hear an echo, remind me that I need to hit the mute button on my Twitch
I'm not talking
page.
to any of them because I'm not logged in. I'm just watching like a guest, so I can't.
Okay, and Dan says he's not talking or responding to anyone because he's not logged in. He's just watching as a guest right now. Because he's just checking it on all the different computers and iPads we have around the house.
And I can actually hear your voice through the house, so it makes it double hard to diagnose that.
So he can hear me as well. Okay, people are saying someone... Oh, I guess you can read it. Never mind. Give Dan a waffle. And some syrup. It is handy sometimes to do streaming on the weekends when Dan's home to help. Otherwise, I've just been like, sorry guys, don't know what to say. Yay. It's always very handy to have some tech help. So guys, guess what? I did a thing. It's really not that interesting at all. But Vienna, my daughter, and I, we totally marathoned Twilight this weekend. We watched all, is it 4? I think it's 4 movies. Or is it 5? Anyway, I know, shame. I had so much fun. It was fantastic. I love it. I have no issues with Twilight. It's a little bit cringe sometimes, but then you know what? It's so fun. Right, it's 4. Okay, yes. And I don't know what is going on with my camera, that it is blurry. We're also looking into this. We may be buying a new webcam because this one didn't used to be blurry and now it is. And it's not that the screen is dirty. I cleaned it multiple times. So it's something to do with this. So I do apologize that it is a little bit blurry right now. Usually it's not so noticeable. Today it looks like crap. So it's another one of those things that we're just going to be working on. And I'm aware that it's blurry. No, I am using a Logitech webcam right here. The 5th one. Nice, Juan. I think he's going to make a fantastic Batman. I do. He's a little skinny and scrawny for Batman, but other than that, everybody can bulk up. I didn't think that Gal could do it. She is so thin. And I was just like, no, I was so upset when Gal got casted for Wonder Woman, and I have had to eat my words with much humble pie on the side because she is amazing. She is so fantastic. So, I think he's going to do great. And I was looking at his face this time to really see, okay, how is he going to look as Batman? I was kind of deconstructing his face. Just his face, not the lip stain he was wearing and the pale skin and the emo attitude. I was literally just looking at his face. And he honestly has the Batman chin. So I think it's going to work. I think he's going to look great in the suit, and I think he's going to do a good job. There, I said it. It wasn't just effects, Lee. I mean, Chris really lost some weight and got in shape. Telling you, laying off the cookies is a really hard thing to do. It's such a bummer. It's just not happiness. I don't like having to lay off the cookies. I'm telling you, I think that would be really hard for me if I was actually an actress that had to change my body structure for a role and lose a bunch of weight or gain a bunch of muscle and have to do all that stuff. I would just be like, no, I don't wanna. Some Batman actors are better. Bruce Wayne's, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. Some do make better either or. You have 1 week to fit into your Batman t-shirt. I wish you much luck, Lee. You know what I did wolf down, Snow? All the candy. I didn't eat all of it. Some of the Kit Kats were a little too obscure for me. Dan ate them, but I couldn't do it. Oh, interesting, Rose Love. Yeah, so it must be something like that. The yellow ones were awesome. I didn't like Christian Bale. I don't like Christian Bale. I don't have a very good reason for it. I just don't like him. And I didn't like him as Batman. And I know that that's very not popular opinion. Yeah, he probably was okay for Bruce Wayne, but it's just I don't know. There's just something about him I didn't care for. But you know, I have deep respect for him, so I cannot particularly like him as a Batman. Will, thank you for the follow. But I can respect it. I mean, he did that. I don't know what the name of the movie was. The Machinist? No, was it? The one where he had to lose so much weight in between two Batmans and then regain it all. So he like lived on like an apple for like, I don't know. He would eat an apple a day or a can of tuna or something. Bill Nash. Hello, Bill Nash. And thank you. Yeah. So to go from being extremely fit and buff and all the work that it takes to do that, to then do a movie knowing that he's going to have a Batman to do right afterwards, lose all the muscle, atrophy all of his muscles for starters, lose all of that weight, starve yourself to death to actually look like you're starving to death on camera, and then to gain it all back, but it can't just be fat, it has to be muscle again. So he has to re-infuse his muscles. God knows how he even got all that done in like a small margin of time. For starters, that has to be horrible for your health, but that's his career, and like he gets paid for it and he has doctors, so I'm sure he's fine. So, but like, holy cow, that is I have mad respect for that. So I cannot like the look of his chin or something, and like the way I deconstruct faces, right? So I didn't feel like his chin really worked for me. And so I can have that opinion, but like I will shut the fuck up so fast when I think about what he had to do to keep up that role. I mean, it's just like I tip my hat to him, respect. Kevin Conroy. Oh, okay, the Batman voice. I know, so picky. Oh my god, I'm so excited that Zoe Kravitz is gonna be Catwoman. I think her face is fantastic. I love it. I'm so down for that. I can't wait. Yeah, it's fantastic casting. Yeah, I've turned autofocus on. I've turned it off. I've tried to like, fix the focus and tweak the focus. It's not, it doesn't want to work, and it used to. So it's just maybe this one's malfunctioning. Maybe Sherlock chewed the wire, but he doesn't chew wires. It's just, might as well blame it on Sherlock. So anyway, it's fine. I'll just get a new one. Maybe we'll look into something else. We're trying to figure it out. Yeah. Yeah, they really are, Bill. I agree. Hello, Levi. Thank you. Nose prints on the lens from Sherlock, yes. Hello, Retro Detox. All right, I'm just cleaning off my eraser. When I need to clean it, I just erase something else. Bringing this a little closer. Found her Twitch. I didn't see that, Devin. Oh my god, that's awesome. Are me and the family dressing up for Halloween? I have enough snow, thanks to you. Yes, Mr. E. It applies to that. No, not a Kickstarter because I don't really actually have the quick Kickstarter, and we just collect the emails from all orders in November. So that's how we do it. The Merc, hello. All right, let me see. Oh, that's beautiful. So pretty. I love it. Very, very nice. That's a cheap one for Sideshow. Wait, Lee, wait until November 1st. If you're planning on getting something, get it November 1st. Oh, sorry guys, that sucks. Yeah, it's still October, Friday. And then we are going to have the best one yet. And it's gonna be so clear. Dan has been working really hard to prepare it for you guys this year that it's actually a lot clearer what all the prizes are and how it works. Now we have more examples of ones that I've done in previous years, since now we have 2 years under our belt for doing the contest. Whoop whoop. So he's been making it really, really nice. And so when you scroll through to see all the prizes, you'll totally get the full experience, and it's gonna be fun. All right, so for starters, I'm gonna do a little bit of blush and stuff for her. And I'm getting the softest ones that I have. These are the watercolor ones, because this, the acrylic paint, once it dries, is really slick. So nothing really likes to stick to it. So it's more, I'm putting a little hint of color. Oh, I know, I hope that you guys win too. Dan nor I have any control over it. We get a list from our Shopify account of like all the people that made orders in November from the site. So that goes into another list, and then we just number them all. And then the number, we run through like a number generator thing. And so it's all random between number 1 and however many orders we get, and it just picks out a number. So it's completely random, and also we don't know everybody's email, so we don't even have like the name there, I don't think. But anyway, on the thing, it's all going to It's all random. So it really could be like maybe you ordered the 10th order that month, and so number 10 happens to win. You know, it's impossible for us to rig. Tempting, but impossible. We could never live with ourselves. Kylie, hello. I'm looking for a maroon. Found it. I feel like maroon is appropriate for Catwoman's eyeshadow. So for anyone who just jumped on the stream, what I'm working on today is remarks. And the remarks are because I am officially adding comic books onto my website. Finally. So a lot of the books that I work on, I get given comps for. So comps are complimentary books by either the publisher or the retailer, depending on who the book was for. Like if it's a store exclusive, the store will give me some extra books. Coffin Comics, for instance, gives me extra books. So the publishers and the retailers all have their own complimentary book scheme. And because I have a lot of books and I can't really carry all of them with me to conventions, I'm going to put them on my website. Whoop, whoop. So they're all signed because they get mailed to me here. And so then I'm signing them, bagging and boarding them. It took me hours yesterday, but they're all signed, bagged and boarded. And this was Dan's idea, but I am going to be hiding 4 remarks in the books. So some lucky person who orders a book off of my website is going to randomly win a remark. So I've got all the books that I'm putting online right now are the Detective Comics 1000 and the Virgin, and then the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy 1, cover A, cover B. So I'm going to be doing remarks on all of them, and somebody's going to win it. Yeah, we could lie, but I'm such a bad liar. Anybody who knows me knows that like they can look at my forehead and I get like the weirdest freaking twitch when I can't lie. I'm the worst at it. It's like in Twilight, since I just watched it, Kylie Don't Die. Me and Vienna did a Twilight marathon this weekend. And so Edward tells, what's her name? Bella, to lie. So she tries to lie and he's like, lie better. I can't. Price on book. I'm not sure. I need to look into what the comic book store is selling them for and then figure out what I'm going to sell mine for, because of course there's the price of mailing everything and it's a whole thing. I'm going to try to have them ready so that we have fun things for you guys to get so that you can enter into the prize. And then the month of December, at least the first 2 weeks of December, are set aside to work on the commission contest winners' pieces. $150 chance of a remark. No, the books won't be that. They'll be like probably, I don't know. What I charge at conventions, because I have to carry them with me and all of that stuff, is I charge $20 for the main book and then between $30 and $40 for the limited book. Yeah, oh, that's a good idea, Devin. Hold please, I need to write that down. Comic and print combos. Yes. I'm gonna write it down. Yes, it's post-it time. So I had to ask Dan about the echo on Twitch. Dan fixed it. One thing done. Whoop, whoop. Oh, and I'm telling you, it makes me so happy to fill in check boxes. Oh, happiness. Yes, November sales. Anything in the month of November. All right, so what was I supposed to do? Comic and print deal. Comic and print deal. So I've been looking up a new post-it for a new 4K cam. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. Comic and print deal. It's on my to-do list to mention to Dan, see what he thinks. Brilliant. Devin, you're always there for the assist. I love it. When does this start? November 1st. So once you're like having your cookie coma from Halloween, it will be starting. Woo! It's so exciting. So I'm trying, if I can stop talking so much and actually concentrate and freaking work, I need to have these 4 blanks done so I can mail out the box. I'll show you guys the box. Here's the box. It's full of books. All right, you can't really see the size. Let me see if I can pick it up. All right, hold please. All right, here we go. This is the box of books. And inside I have everything signed, bagged and boarded, and in little stacks. So it'll say Harley and Ivy cover B, 10 books. Harley and Ivy cover B, another 10 books. So it's all organized in these little baggies. And it's bubble wrapped and surrounded with packing peanuts. So Sherlock has been banned from this room for like 48 hours and he's not loving it. Whew. Yes. Nicole's amazing. Hi, thank you for the follow. And then what I did, here's some more I still need to pack, but so they're all signed. These ones are signed, and then for the B covers, this was something I did with paint. So I actually added splatter and all that kind of stuff. To the ones that we did, like some limited ones at Comics Elite. Now, I didn't do the splatter, I didn't get out the paint, I didn't do any of that, but while I was signing them, I was like, okay, let's see how long it takes, and I did a bunch of different little draws on all the cover B books. So they have a little personalized sketch on them. I just did 4 different types, so it's not like super fancy or anything, but at least it's a little something fun, gives it a pop of color. That was a lot of work. Oh, I know how to lift boxes. Dan has taught me. You use your legs. It's the one time my thunder thighs come in handy. So anyway, it is almost all packed up. I just need to freaking finish these ones. So these 4 remarks that I'm doing is that there will be 1 of each type in there. Now I'm not sending that many of some of the books. Like the trades, I'm only sending 15 of each. So you have a 1 in 15 chance. Well, maybe 15 to 20. I need to see how many more bags and boards I have because I've run out of bags and boards. So it's going to be, you know, between like 20 book chance, let's say. So it's a 1 in 20 chance that you could get it. It's not too bad. There's going to be 1 remark per book type. So I'm sending 4 different book types. Detective Comics 1000 is the main and the Virgin. So each one of those, there will have one remark on them. And then for the Harley and Ivy cover A and cover B, there will be one remark for each. Now those ones I'm sending more books of because I had more bags and boards of those. So I'm sending about 55 of each right now. So, you know, you're going to have it's not too bad a chance. I'm telling the website, put it in whichever one. It's random. You know, it's not even going to be packed separately from all the other books. I'm just sticking it in a stack with the rest of the books. It's not going to be set aside and give it to my buddy. I'm being like, there is 100% no stipulations on this. If it happens to be the next one in the pile, take it, stick it in the box, think nothing of it, carry on living your life. Yes, we do ship worldwide. And so right now I'm working on setting up the shipping rules for shipping comic books, because that is something that our website hasn't been set up with yet. So I need to buy, boxes for shipping comic books. I need to come up with the rules for how they handle the comic books. Like, I'm going to send a picture of a comic book and I'm going to put a big box over it and be like, this is the no-fly zone. Do not touch this side of the book. Only this side of the book, so we don't get spine crushing and stuff like that. And like, what are the rules? If you guys buy a book on its own, send it like this. If a book is bought with a print, pack it like that. I need to come up with all of those rules and like a whole method of how the website is going to handle comic books, because of course comic book collecting is very different than print collecting. And damages on comic books, you can damage them but they won't look damaged. And the warehouse that I work with, as far as I know, they don't work with comic books. So this is going to be a new thing for all of us, and as such, I need to set up all the rules, and Dan and I need to make sure that it's extremely clear how comic books are handled. And because this is so much work, I need to sign it, bag and board it. I need to come up with the packaging rules and all of that. It's just been like too much work for us to deal with up until now. This is one of the many benefits of me being home. Yes, I'm going to try to start getting comps from everyone. And then maybe at some point I'm actually going to start doing my own exclusives. And so that's going to be exciting, and I will have them on my website as well. Okay, what am I missing? I have comps from the Naughty Fairies. I did colors for the covers. Oh yes, you totally can, Kylie. That's the point. Sending worldwide, buy all the books to make sure you get it. Oh, thank you so much, Hope. That means so much. I love my warehouse. They are the best. Oh, thank you. I just need to get off my lazy ass and like write Zenescope and send in my comp requests. Like, a lot of companies, they have different ways that they handle complimentary books. And with some people, you need to write in and say, okay, I did X cover, please send me my comps, that kind of thing. I just have never done it. And Zenescope is even trying to remind me, Dawn, you need to let us know which comps you want. And I'm just like, And so now I'm going to start getting on that shit. Yay, that's so awesome. Thank you, Devin. Yeah, I'm really excited to get going on this. Time to like join this comic book world and have some comic books, right? I know that made it sound like I'm not working in comics. Obviously, I do work in comics. Obviously, I have comps. I just usually carry a little box with me to Comic Cons, but I have more books than my little box can carry or that my self can carry. Larry Joe, thank you for the follow. So I'm excited. Comic books on the website. Now, bear in mind, you guys, like Prince, I do wait until the store and the retailer have run through most of their books. I'm not trying to get on and be like, well, they gave me free books, so I'm going to sell them at the same time as they do. If I'm doing it for my series, which I co-create with JP Roth, which is Divinica, I'll have them pretty soon, or I'll have them for shows or whatever, because that's our agreement. But like, if I were to do a book of something else, or I get given my complimentary books, they're usually a little later on. Like once the store is done, or once they're, once they've kind of run through their first launch and all of that stuff. So I always wait a respectable amount of time, and I check with the store or I check with the publisher and make sure all is cool. So it's not like I'm going to be having them immediately, but hopefully I'll have them at a decent clip. All right, I need a pen, and I need a specific Sharpie pen. Here we go. Oh, he'll see it. Brian is very on it when it comes to Facebook. He's on it. But don't be worried. Brian is an amazing, wonderful person. I totally understand how you feel, Kylie. I have felt the same way many times. Like, oh my God, somebody tagged somebody. But it's so good, It's all leading towards you fighting those fears and becoming the full-on artist that you want to and need to be. Oh yeah, I'm using it, Snow. All right, so I always have an extra little pad of paper because this shit happens where it bleeds when you press down. So I'm just cleaning this off a little bit so that I'm ready to work on her. Brian Pulido is awesome. He's such a nice person. So get this. At New York Comic Con, I decided to tell Brian, I don't know why, we're standing next to each other all weekend and I'm just shooting the shit and I'm like, oh, Brian, you know what? I never told you this, so I might as well tell you now since you're sort of stuck with me that I think I've been working for Brian for like 6 years now. And I'm like, you know what, Brian? Actually, true story, I really suck at drawing skulls. And it takes a fair few times and tries before they look like a badass skull. At the beginning, my first rough kind of looks like a squishy gummy bear. So, just thought you should know. And he's like, wow. Well, drawing a skull and being able to draw Lady Death, being good at drawing a badass skull is kind of like a prerequisite, Dawn. And I'm like, yeah, whoops. Yo, hello. John, not Jonathan. Thank you for the follow. You can do it. Oh, yes. I can definitely draw skulls. It was more of a joke than anything else, but it's taken me a fair few tries. A lot of times I have to redo it a few times, and I'm working on getting my own style for skulls. Everyone kind of has their own take on it, their own way that they like drawing the shape. Because like if you look at a real human skull, they're literally just ovals right here. They're super boring and they have no personality because we actually have eyes that we look around with and eyebrows that create the mood and expression that we can all work with. So, you know, drawing a skull, if you literally just drew straight up, traced a human skull, it has no personality and it's just boring and dead. So, you know, everybody has their own way of changing it and fucking with the shape to make it have that look and that personality. So, that's just something it has taken me a while to work out. I'd say now I have it and I don't struggle with drawing skulls, but since I did struggle for so long and while working on Lady Death, I thought it was funny to tell Brian. And he was very good-natured with it. Kylie, I have no doubt that you will be working on Lady Death covers. So because I'm going to be going back in with acrylic paint, I don't really bother leaving any portions white while I'm working on her cat suit. So I'm pretty much just gonna fill all this stuff in and then work on adding the pops of white at the end. Hey, Louie. Yeah, I fessed up to Brian at New York Comic Con. And I was like, you know, first draft for me, not anymore, but before, first draft for me, it looks like a gummy bear. I'm going to be working on a Lady Death cover in the last week of November. So I'm really excited about that. It's an actual Lady Death one of Lady Death. And the challenge that Brian has presented me with, which I can't talk about right now, but the challenge that I've been given is so badass. I am very excited. So I'm making it thicker on that side because we're seeing her, we're seeing the sort of inside lip of her goggles. Lady Death in a bath full of skulls, yeah. I will draw some skulls on the cover to prove to you guys that I can do it now. Oh, thank you, Kylie. Which markers did I post about? I will tell you nothing, Snow. You hit your goal. Yay! Congratulations, Yo-Yo. I'm so happy to hear it. So I'm filling with this acrylic paint pen. When it's wet, it's glossy, and then when it dries very matte. So it's gonna make her suit look extremely matte to start, and then what I'll do is I'll bring out some highlights with it by adding in white at the end. Yes, these are acrylic paint pens, and they are by Molotov. Another brand is Posca, P-O-S-C-A. My store happened to have thinner Molotov pens than Posca ones, so that's why I'm using the Molotovs more, because I prefer this is the extra fine. It's the 1mm pen, and it works really well. Nice. JavaWorks.ca. Ooh, thank you, Snow. Finally, somebody sells flavored coffee. God damn it. I haven't been able to find any anywhere. I love you, Snow. I'm so happy right now. All right, and then at the end of any remark, I try to, as much as possible, trail it off a little bit like this, just so that it doesn't look too much like a sticker. Oh no, I missed a follow. I missed thanking a follower. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, Katie Joinu. I am so sorry. I'm terrible at reading French. Thank you so much for the follow, and Saw's Revenge. Thank you as well. Chocolate flavored coffee, yes. Rose coffee. Does it actually have like rose flavor to it? Tessie, thank you for the follow. So I have one rule when it comes to remarks. I will not do a remark on a book that I didn't do the cover of. I don't feel comfortable drawing on top of somebody else's work. Even if I drew the interiors or whatever the case may be, I will only draw on the cover if I drew the cover. I'm fine fucking with my own art, not somebody else's. So that is my one rule. I'm sure if I thought about it, I probably have more rules, but it's the only one that I will really strictly adhere to. It has actual rose petals in the coffee grounds. Oh, that's so odd. No, Snow, oh my God, no. But I am saving that because that looks amazing. I wanna, no, I'm not gonna say anything. All right, so I'm using another Sharpie pen here. Well, not another, this is the first one. So I have the two types of Sharpies that I use also for remarks, the fine point and the ultra fine point. The fine point is really not that fine. It looks very chubby to me. But then this one, the ultra fine point, is pretty decent, and I have a set with a bunch of different colors for remarks. It's very handy. Google Canadian flavored coffee, and it's the first one. Who would have thunk? I sure didn't. Oh, Tucson Comic Con is this weekend? Wow, I have no idea. No, Yeah, Kylie, no. Juan's hazelnut coffee. Nice. Someone from here on Twitch actually sent me some pecan flavored coffee, roasted pecan flavored coffee. And Dan and I made that last for like 2 months. We would only have it on the weekends, and it was so yummy. And I love how flavored coffee, like, it smells up your whole house, and then it just smells like Christmas. Christmas cookie flavored coffee. That sounds great too. I'd say the one flavored coffee I don't know that I would want is like coconut flavored coffee. And the floral ones that you guys are talking about, I don't really think I personally would be down with that. But I can see how other people like it. There's some reason I've never really been a fan of like the smell of roses, even though I love roses. But like rose water, for instance, I've just never really cared for it. But I'm not picking on anybody who does, because, you know, I totally get, you know, different people have different tastes. It's just not really so much for me. It's true, but like some of us are too lazy to cook the cookies, Chicken Heat, so, you know, we can just smell them. Yeah. And he sent us, the man who sent us the roasted pecan flavored coffee didn't know that we didn't have a grinder, because Dan and I are pretty like low grade when it comes to our coffee. So Dan drinks instant coffee in water. So he has his water cup, and we get up at 5:15 in the morning. So we are both bleary-eyed AF. And he takes his coffee with water, sticks it in the microwave for 1:30, and then puts, I think it's 2 teaspoons of literally Superstore brand instant coffee. So Snow, like the yellow label, what's it called? No Name, right? Puts that in it, mixes it around, and drinks it. So that's what Dan has. I am a little bit more picky, and I buy the Folgers, I think it is. It's the black silk flavored coffee. And no, it's not flavored coffee. It's just called black silk. It's a red jar. Folgers? Something. Anyway, so I have that, and I have a little coffee pot thingy. So I make mine. I haven't been able to go true hardcore like Dan does with the, you know, cup in the microwave. And then for my afternoon coffee, I have it with milk, with instant. But on the weekends, we want to have flavored coffee. And it'll smell up the house. But anyway, my point was that we didn't have a coffee grinder. So we went out and bought one so we could use the coffee that he sent us. And it was wonderful. No notes. Snow, no notes. Lots of love to you, but no notes. You do the same thing, Juan? Yeah, Juan does the same thing. No habla English. Oh my god. Try putting a cup of mixed coffee in a chocolate cake. That makes sense, Chicken Heat. You gotta buy. Oh no, Juan, I'm so sorry. Oh, whoops, I forgot to do her eyes. I'm gonna do her eyes first. All right, we're gonna do this and check and make sure. Okay, so this side, her eye goes up a little bit more, so I'm gonna see if I can adjust it. And bring it down a smidge. Yes, now it aligns. Woo! This ruler for the win. Buy it off of Snow. Because he's a winner and he bought extra on his trip to Japan. Snow, you rock. I'm still a little bit mad at you though. Just a little bit. That you didn't tell me you were at the store when I was there. I mean, like, how rude. Oh, that's too green. No laughing. It's not a laughing matter. You didn't tell me. And we were like in the exact same art store. The art nerding that we could have had going on would have been so amazing. Fail. So, it's hilarious. All right, I'm just gonna see if I can add a little bit of Copic marker for her eyes because I don't like the Sharpie marker green. It's a little too intense. Hey, I'm being kind. Justin, hello. I've never been to a Tokyo mall. Oh, wait. No, I have. Never mind. Aww. Alright, so I'm hoping this is going to work. It's waterproof pigmented ink. It's my Faber-Castell Eco Pigment. I've used these ones before on Remarks and they seem to have decent staying power because it's going over acrylic paint, which makes it so that I can actually art as opposed to just scribbling with a Sharpie marker. So I'm really hoping that this turns out nicely. Again, these are for people who get these books off of my website. So they'll be on my website as soon as I can ship them, which I plan to ship them tomorrow, and then they'll be online after they make it to the web warehouse. So my hope is that they're going to be up very soon in the month of November for the contest. Whoop, whoop. And one lucky person from each type of book that I'm going to be putting up on my website is going to win a Remark. November, yes, I'm so excited. Okay, I'm just gonna... It's black as well, isn't it? Oof, that's a lot of black. It's hard to get that clear. Maybe I'll just put another couple lines in there. It's already 16 degrees? At 9 a.m.? Where are you? You can't possibly be in Canada right now. Oh, you're in Tokyo again. What? That's awesome. All right, so the highlights are what really make all the difference on Catwoman's suit. So again, I'm using the exact same brand of marker. It's the Molotow One for All acrylic pen and in the 1mm size. Oh my God, you're back. That's crazy. Is everything okay? All right, one remark done. Boom. Let's sign it. Where's my freaking red? So I have to sign it with the red acrylic paint pens as well because Sharpie, no likey, the shiny book. Okay. Here we go. One finished. Work again. Okay. Sorry, Snow. Hope they're paying your ticket. Shit. All right, so I'm just gonna go set this one over there so that I can get started on another book. No? I'm so sorry. Thank you. To Eric, lots of love. Love it. All right, so here we go. Catwoman is finished. Let's start in on the Joker. The Joker is the one you want? Goody. Well, I'm glad. Hello, Sloppy. Welcome to the stream today. All right. I have a Joker that I drew a little while ago, and I know it sounds so like weird to say, well, I was happy with that one. And I was genuinely happy with this particular drawing of Joker. I think it's my favorite one that I've done so far. Let me see if I can locate it. Yeah. So it was this one. And I'm happy with how this one turned out. So I was kind of gonna do a similar look to this. So here he is. So I want to do a downward facing, oh, it's making a weird glare on it. But anyway, something kind of like that. So I want to try to do something similar to that one. So I'm going to be referencing my own work. And let's see how this goes. Death by Snoo Snoo. Did I do this Harley Quinn? Yes, I did. So this Harley Quinn piece I did on stream while I was working on the cover. Huge thanks to DC Comics for allowing me permission to do that. They are way cool. Let me see if I can get this right. Is that better? No. There we go. I'm just trying to get it straight here. Okay, hopefully that's correct. So I'm gonna work on this Joker piece, and I kind of mapped out where I sort of thought his face shape would be. I may have gotten it wrong, but oh well. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for hanging out, Rose Love. So I need to draw extremely light. So I won't, it won't probably be dark enough for you guys to see, because when eraser doesn't really take pencil off of this particular acrylic paint, so I have to keep my lines really, really light. Possibly Devin. But also, stay tuned for the commission contest. There may be something in there. I got comps. Commission contest. I won't say anything else. All right. I did Angela last year. Choose something else. Though, you know, if that's really what you want, if you win the commission contest, you get to choose for me to draw whatever you would like. So it's entirely up to you. But still, I did already just draw that one. Choose Starfire. Okay, for the record, for anyone who sees this and is like, Dawn is looking at reference, it's my own art. So everybody can calm down. Hilo would be your choice? Nice. I need to get a good Joker face that like I can draw without having to think about it, and that's not something that I've really set up for myself yet. This was like the best happy accident I've ever had trying to draw a Joker. I feel like I haven't nailed that yet, you know? And then this was the first time that I was just like, oh shit. it actually turned out. And I was so happy with this. So, I'm trying to see if I can replicate it, because for remarks, it needs to be something that you can do without having to think about it a ton. Working on glossy paper is very complicated. It's not something easy. I've avoided it for years because it's very challenging to work on remarks and try to make them nice and make it worth the person's time and not like destroy the book. I don't know. It's like, oh yes, this artist can draw sometimes. So I find remarks a little bit stressful. As such, I'm trying to find like faces that I can do over and over, and they're pretty good. They always work. It's the art. My screen isn't cracked. So yeah, anyway. I'm trying to be able to replicate faces that are good, and then I can kind of have my remark Joker, my remark whatever, and then it's faster, easier. I can take them more often. Aw, thanks, Justin. I'll be on for probably another hour and a half. Something like that. Bruno, hello. See you, Yo-Yo. Oh, and I forgot to answer your question. I'm doing great. Thank you, Bruno. Okay, so the Joker has a real receding hairline. That's one thing that's quite consistent in all of his different iterations. And then, of course, he's missing his eyebrows and his epic, scowly, scarry face. So, it's still going to need a little bit more work. And all the black around his eyes. And the way that I do crazy eyes is... I didn't do crazy eyes on this Harley because it's supposed to look a little bit happier and cuter and stuff. But when I'm doing real, actual crazy eyes, is I will show the full iris and pupil and everything. And I kind of don't give it a lot of shading or anything. I make them pretty stark and just like pinpoint eyes, and I think that makes a massive difference to kind of giving that wide-eyed crazy eye look. And sometimes you don't want them to actually be wide-eyed because it doesn't really work with their look right there, or whatever the case may be. But it really, really works and makes a huge difference to that crazy eye look. So like here, I'm gonna give him real pinpoint eyes. Actually, I wanna move them up a little higher. Hopefully this will erase. Let's just give that a little fixie fix. If I need to, I can add another little dot of white acrylic to fix any of the things that I think need fixing. It's just then it's no longer a smooth look to the whole page. So I try to be very careful with how much acrylic I use to erase, you know, and fix stuff up, because then they start looking a little bit pockmarked, which is not the look that I'm going for. All right, so I've got a little bit of lime green colored pencil. Now this one I did on one of these blanks. So this is proper blank paper. The one that I'm working on now is not. So it's not gonna look exactly the same. It's a little difficult to get them to get this kind of blank to look the way that I want it to look. But we're gonna try. Okay, so first up I'm doing this just to give him a little bit of that sick green look. I know that Joker doesn't usually have green eyeshadow, so I'm adding black on top. See you later, Snow. Take care. That's one thing I remember from Japan. The way they say McDonald's is really funny. And like when you enter the store, at least back when I lived there, whenever you enter the store, it would sing a little jingle. And it was like, Maku Dona Ludo. And I'm gonna give him slightly bloodshot eyes this time, just for fun. Yes, I do have my... It still happens, Snow? I do have my own coffee bean grinder, yes. Oh man, that looks awesome. Okay, so his eyes are gonna be a little bit bloodshot this time. You're beelining to the Kit Kat store? Cool. Do they actually have like straight up Kit Kat stores? I don't think Kit Kats were invented when I lived in Japan. Bicam, there's more Kit Kats there than the Kit Kat store. So yes, I take it there is a Kit Kat store. Damn! Japan does everything right. Alright, I am just getting my... Oh, well, I have been thoroughly shut down. Kit Kats were invented in 1935. Facepalm. Alright, so I guess I just hadn't had them. I'm interested in doing some. Where do you get Scotch covers from? I'm interested in doing some. For sketch covers, you need to get them at local comic book stores. These books are ones that I worked on myself, so I got complimentary books. Sketch. Okay. Yeah, sketch covers. Yeah, look at the look at comic book stores and ask them about sketch covers. They generally do have them there. How am I a vampire? What did I do? They have make your own cup of soup. I would love that. Oh, okay. J.O., this is not a sketch cover. This is just a regular comic book, and I'm doing a sketch on it. You could check on eBay. It's here in Australia. One thing you have that no one else does. Yeah, the pricing is generally a little bit more than in a regular comic book because the paper is better. So the paper costs more to do. I recommend the DC books. I really love their paper. I have a harder time with Marvel books. Personally, the paper doesn't take Copic as good. So yes, on average, they're usually a bit more than a comic book. So let's say a comic book is like $3 to $5. A blank... So you can say sketch cover or you can say blank. And on average they're like between $8 and $15. So they're a bit more. Oh, they're only $1 more? Okay, then I'm getting like scalped at cons. With the DC books, Copics work well. Yes. With the Marvel ones, it's hit and miss. Dr. Pepper Kit Kats. Of course you do, Justin. My pleasure. That's what I'm here for, J.O. So generally, and this is a very loose generally, male characters in comic books have straighter eyebrows than female ones. And Joker is the exception to the rule. His eyebrows are like way more arched than female characters even. Jo, thank you for the follow. I think I probably would. I agree with you, Adam. Juan is probably somewhat right, Bruno. I'm sorry. But that's why I do my commission contest at Christmas. So I save time so that I can give one away as a Christmas gift. But I'm not able to accept more commissions. Unless you see me at a Comic-Con, in which case, get on my email list. I sure can, Jason. I will, it's over on my other desk drying, so I'll bring it back by when I'm wrapping up. See you later, Jo. Thanks for coming back, Justin. All right. Unfortunately, my greens kind of suck. So they're a little bit granulated. It's also because I don't realize I don't use these so much. Not I don't realize. I just don't end up pulling out the greens very often. So this is not the best mixed pen I have. But let's give it a shot. So I bought this one specifically to do the Joker. And I don't end up drawing him all that often, which means that this kind of, it all starts to separate. So I might have to go over it and do another pass. Add a little bit more green into his eyebrows. All right, now I need to add the red. Let me see if I can actually do it with Copic marker. I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's give it a shot because the Copic marker looks the best. No, this is the second one. Oh, shit. I dipped my finger in it. It's gonna give him a little bit of shadow under his nose. It makes his nose look a little bit more intense. Okay. I actually haven't given him an outline around his face, so I'm gonna do that now. You're awesome, Kylie. All right, I don't think that the green is dry yet, so I'm not going to be able to do that part yet. So I'm going to start adding in his green jacket. I have not done a poison ivy. I have poison ivy next. Everyone's just messing with you, Kylie. See, this is what happens with the green. It doesn't really have enough saturation to it or something. Or it could be that I bought an old one, or it's just weird by underuse. I don't know, but I do have a hard time with this particular green pen. And I will probably need to do a couple coats. Which is why I pre-did all the white. So that I could dry it out and keep working. So I might actually have to set this one aside while it dries. Fiaste, thank you for the follow. I'm glad you like the green, Justin. Okay, so I'm giving the Joker smaller, more beady eyes. So doing Copic over acrylic is kind of like trying to work on a glossy book. It's sort of the worst. So I'm gonna add in I'm probably gonna do a second coat of green, and then I'll add in the like black line art. Nightmare, thank you so much for the follow. All right, so I'm going to set this one aside to dry, and we'll get going on another one because this is going to need a few minutes. And here is the Catwoman. So this is the one I finished already. I'm just gonna put some white highlight on her eyes, and then she's done. Whoop whoop. There we go. Catwoman is finished. Woohoo! So, for anyone who's on here that didn't hear what I'm doing, I am sending 4 books to my website for having on my website for comic book sales. And so I've got the Harley Quinn and Ivy issue 1, cover A. This is cover B. And then there's the Detective Comics with Trade and Virgin. So I'm hiding a remarked book in my stock. So someone is going to win a remarked book. So these are not for sale, but they're going to be added into my web stock. Stay tuned because I'll be letting you guys know when these are live on the website. But first they have to get there. So anyway, this one is signed and good to go. And I'm waiting for the Joker to dry, and while I'm waiting for the Joker to dry, let's work on Poison Ivy. So I just got started by putting down the first pass of white. Harley and Ivy with the Injustice, I got 3. So 1 is going to the person who is buying the original art. 1 is being saved for the contest, and 1 is mine. All right, so now I need to work on Ivy. I can't say that I'm particularly happy with the look that I've gotten on her yet, but I'll start working on it now. I may want to take down her brow bone a little bit. No, it isn't, Kylie. You can totally do it. You worked on the cover. 100% you can sell it. Now for me, when I have the choice, I like the sort of eyes down look on profile faces. The open is fine too, and I draw them plenty for comic book covers and stuff, but here I like to show the lid. I think it's pretty. Not always, Juan. So some originals I have on my website. Other ones I haven't put on my website yet, but I do have a few more. Some are claimed before they're drawn. So like when I send around to you guys on my email list what like sort of my work schedule is and what I'm planning on doing, sometimes I'll get a response then and be like, I'd like to put a first right of refusal on X cover. So what first right of refusal is the person has basically said that they would like first dibs on whatever cover it is. And I don't hold anybody to it. It's like if you put down first right of refusal, see the cover and are like, it isn't quite what I had in mind for whatever reason, no harm, no foul. I'll just put it up for sale for someone else. But there are some projects that are first right of refusal. Sometimes covers are first right of refusal on Twitch. So like the Remake cover that I just finished, the watercolor one with the jar lantern thingy, that one, someone here on Twitch said I put our FRR on it just live. They wrote it in the comments. So yay, it's sold. It really just depends on the project. For Lady Death though, I have first right of refusal / claims on covers that I'm not even scheduled to do yet. So it's just on the basis of usually I draw between 2 or 3 covers for Lady Death a year. And so I have a few people that are like, I reserve them. So it depends on the project and stuff like that. Kylie has dibs on the sketch. Oh, thank you. Awesome, Juan. Oh, you didn't see the finished Remate? It's actually something I'm really happy with, and that is so rare for me, but it turned out good. Yay! Mucho happiness. It's like a deep turquoise pine green. Odd. Oh, it doesn't look turquoise now. JP Roth is going to be releasing it really soon, or like posting it for people to see, I guess. I think, I'm not sure, but I do believe it's going to be a diamond cover for Remate. So it'll probably be at your local comic book store. And that's just what I heard. That's subject to change, so don't anybody get upset. But I think that's the plan, is it's going to be a release through Diamond. Oh, wow, Kylie. That's awesome. So I'm trying to decide what pen to do for skin width. I think I'm just going to use a thin pen so that I have a little bit more control. See you later, Juan. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Kylie. They have not come without much trial and error. You cut it yourself? Dan is learning how to cut my hair because same thing. I usually cut my own hair when it's short, but when it's long, I can't reach it. It is. I actually got told by my physical therapist who's trying to help me with arm pain from drawing. She was like, your hair is a problem for your neck. I was kind of surprised. Honestly, Kylie, Dan does such a good job. I don't need to. It's so cool. All right, I'm looking for a very specific pen. So one moment, please. Yeah, forget it. Hairdressers see your hair and they can see money in their eyes. That's funny. What do they say? You know what? I think I need to continue the white a little bit further out so that I can draw her hair in. I just need to cover this purple ball. Oh yeah, they like add so much money when they see the length of my hair too that I just stopped going. I'm like, you're gonna charge me here? It's like 120 US Canadian, something like that. 120, 150 for my length of hair just to trim it. And I'm like, you know what? No, Dan can do it. It's gonna take him less than 10 minutes. Give her a choker, some leaves for extra prettiness. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Which one? Okay, I noticed. It's true. It does sound a little bit like that. Oh, I agree, Justin. I'm with you. Okay, I'm gonna give her face a little bit more of an outline now that I've actually got the basics in. All right, I'm gonna give her, I can't decide between maroon or red. I suppose maroon. No, let me see if I can get my E11 and E13 to work here. So these are my like natural lip tones. Let's see if I can get the Copic to work. Yeah, I don't know why they charge more if your hair is long, but boy, they do. Oh wow, that dried nice and fast. Thank you, Cooked Gamer. I know I'm trying to get a new webcam. It doesn't, no matter what setting I try to give it, it seems to still be blurry. Kara, hello. Okay, now I'm going to use Sharpie marker to give it some depth, and the Sharpie marker isn't working. Let's try red Copic. All right, and now I'm going to put some red acrylic paint pen just to make some darker lines. Keeman, these are Molotov pens. I'm just coloring sideways along the edge to bring red right down the side. And so I'm kind of just leaving the Copic as highlight in her hair. I'm going to take the red right up too here because some of it is still the book and it doesn't look very good. And then I'll put some little bits of greenery in her hair once I get this part finished. All right, I feel like her lips are looking a little bit bland. And I want to make her mouth a little bit wider. I think it was too narrow. So I'm pulling her mouth back a little bit more into her face. And I'm gonna need to be careful. Yikes. Getting acrylic on things. Go. It's got a little bit of shine on her lips. Actually, I think I'm going to close up that shine right there because it's kind of making her face shape look a little bit odd. All right, there we go. That's much better. I'm much happier with it now. The acrylic paint pen was able to bring her hair, her lips a little bigger because I could cover the pen lines that I did, and so now it's working. I'm much happier. No, thanks, Sloppy. This is not... This one's just not even moving inside. So I think what's happened is a lot of the pigment has like settled down to the base and it's stuck now. So even the little ball inside isn't really mixing it all that well. Let's see if this is dry. Just give her a few little ivy leaves. Now again, this green is not as saturated as I think it's intended to be, but I can probably just go over it a few more times. Give her a few little dots on her face, make her look all pretty like. There we go. Ivy's done. Let's give her a green border. Maybe put a little bit of ivy coming off of it. Go. And time to sign the book. All right, now I'm going to set this one aside and we'll start working on the last one, which is not a regular type of, wait, I spoke too soon. I need to refill the Joker's hair. So then next I'll work on the blank, well, it's the B cover, so it has my sketch on it, but then this is actually blank paper, so I'll use Copic marker like usual. It's more of an easier art one. So 1 second. All right, so I've had Joker over to the side. And I'm going to refill the green because it's not as saturated as I would like it to be. So this is what I'm using the Post-its for, is to just use it to catch any starting of the pens. I'm just gonna throw that out and start a new one. So hopefully a second coat of this green should fill in the spots where it's not looking great. I think that whatever the marker solution stuff is has kind of separated from the all the pigment, and the pigment has kind of solidified in the pen, so it's not mixing the way it should. Most of the other pens that I have, the little ball inside, you can hear it rattling throughout the entire pen. On this one, it definitely sounds like it's not making it through the sludge. So I just need to go buy a new pen. It's just one of those things that I'm always forgetting. But these pens have done good. I've been using them for over a year, I think. And only this one is really having issues. The rest of them are doing great. So I'm very impressed with the pens, for sure. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna let him sit. Take him over there. And time to work on this one. This one's gonna be so much easier. Whoop whoop. So for starters, I'm gonna take a momentary break and color in her lips because it's fun. And this is regular DC blank paper. So it is fantastic. There we go. So I haven't decided what character to do here. These are from the Batman universe. So what should I do? Suggestions? Anybody got one? Bluebird. Okay, I'm gonna need to look that one up. I feel very ashamed, but I don't know that character. Cool! Let's do it. Is her hair blue or must be blue? Looks purple sometimes in the books. Yeah, she looks really cool. Yeah, I might want to do one that more people will know since they're winning it, you know, well, they're winning it for getting the book. I should probably, that is such a cool character. I want to do that one. Let's do Batwoman. just because. This is such a cool character, though. I want to draw Bluebird. All right, let's do this. Batwoman. All right, so I have to draw her kind of small right here. But other than that, we're good. Let's get going. All right, I'm looking at her mask. Okay. Just gonna map this out a little bit. So it kind of follows her face, goes here. Suit. to see what the top of her... Okay.
Oh,
Hey, sweetie.
you're done?
Not yet. You're hilarious. Okay, so her ears are very pointed and they go up like this. And then she's got red hair flowing all around. So I'm trying to actually fit some of her chest here so that I can show her bat symbol on her chest. At least some of it, because it's so cool looking. Oh, sorry about the snowstorm, Yo-Yo. Oh, it has two. So this bat symbol has two dips and then goes down. 1, 2. And then she's got her cape. So I'll just have her cape kind of going back behind her hair. And thankfully, right here where my signature is where it's pretty much gonna all be in black. So that's gonna be handy. All right, and then I need to figure this out. So I'm gonna make her eyes a little bit smaller than usual. Just make them more of like a slit. I've got to be careful with how many lines I actually draw into this, or she's going to start looking kind of wrinkly and old, which this character isn't. And then there's some kind of side panel here. Okay, so I got the sketch done for it. I'm not going to be able to finish the coloring and inking of this one because I'm going to go for dinner and we are going to raid someone and that's going to be fun. But I'll show you guys as far as I got. So I got this far on this one and I'm going to be inking it and it will be a Batwoman. So I'm probably actually not going to put a ton of lines in her mask. I'll just handle that with Copic marker because with this one I can. Woo! But then these are the ones that I finished. And again, these 4 books are going to go on my website as mystery prizes, basically. So they will just be randomly selected. My warehouse people will take care of it. I will have no control over who ends up getting these, but they are going to be randomly placed in an order of one of these books. So you could get a Batwoman, an Ivy, a Joker, or a Catwoman. So I finished a majority of them. The Joker has literally just dried, so I can finish the final inks of his suit and hair, and then he's done. Catwoman is done, and it's dry. Ivy is done, and then I just need to ink and color the Batwoman one. So that will go nice and fast because it's on regular paper, so it's super easy. But let's go raid someone, and I'm going to wish you all so much love. Thank you for hanging out this time. This has been a boatload of fun, and I'll keep you all updated if you're on my email list when these books are available. So I will be having the Harley and Ivy covers A and B. This is the sketch one is the B cover. The A is this one. And then the Detective Comics issue 1000 with Trade Dress and Virgin. And I will have them all on my website soon, signed and ready to go to you guys. So definitely don't forget to subscribe and let me see who's online that we can give a fun raid to. Naichi, let's see. All right, I'm just gonna take a look. See what she's up to. Looks like she's doing some drawing. Oh, and Kreese is online. Is Kreese online? I'm gonna refresh my page. It looks like I'm not seeing everybody. Or maybe I can go here, Stream Manager. Let's refresh this. Oh, Zombie, thank you for the follow if you're still here. All right, well, let's go raid Naichi. All right, guys, you're amazing. Thanks for joining me on the raid, and thanks so much for joining me here on this stream. I just goofed off and talked with you guys so much. I didn't quite finish the last sketch, but I'll get it done and post it online at some point. Guys, you're amazing. Happy birthday to your mom, Keeman. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you soon. Follow me on Instagram. It's just my name, Dawn McTagg, and you'll be notified when I'm going live. You guys rock. I'll see you later. Bye.